But when Christians talk about hope, there's a lot of confusion. If you ask an average Christian, what is the Christian hope? They'll probably say, oh, it's about going to heaven. Or maybe they'll say it's to do with resurrection. And then they'll scratch their heads and say, wait a minute, what exactly is resurrection? And where exactly is heaven? What are we talking about? Can we actually believe that stuff? And even if we do say we believe in heaven or resurrection, what on earth, and I mean on earth, has that got to do with real hope in God's real world now?
The renewal of all things. God's promise to us is the renewal of all things? Where has this been all my life? A promise so shocking and heartbreakingly beautiful, I'm surprised so few people know about it. Oh yes, we've heard quite a bit about heaven, the eternal church service in the sky, but Jesus is clearly not talking about heaven here. He's talking about the renewal of the world that we love.
I mean, do you really think that God gives us the scripture, the Bible, this love letter in which he reveals the lengths he's gone to rescue us, and then in the closing chapters delivers a big cosmic boo where he scares the heebie-jeebies out of us? That's not consistent with the nature of God, the character of God, or the redemptive work of God throughout history.
How old were you when you first came face to face with our mortality? What prompted you to wonder about what happens when your breathing ceases and your heart stops beating? I know it's kind of morbid to think about, but was there some crisis in your life or the death of a loved one that got you thinking about the reality of an afterlife? Our curiosity, of course, is totally understandable. After all, if there is life after death, we're going to spend a lot more time there than here. But can we know with confidence what happens after we die? Is there a way to be certain? Christianity teaches there's a heaven and a hell, but are there good independent reasons for believing that these places really do exist? And if so, what are they actually like?
The book of Revelation isn't just kind of this weird book that exists for the last group of people that lives right before the return of Christ, but that in each generation, it's a book of discipleship. Blessed are the ones who hear it and then obey it. They keep it. They live it out. They walk it.
Because we need hope here. Most people around the world now know that they need hope. And it's time to be surprised by it once again.